Get ready with me for my 25th birthday. This is my birthday cake from my friends. It's in front of hot dogs.
It was all Sally. You gotta give her credit where it's due.
Hot dogs. And Sally flew with these hot dogs to Mexico. I can't believe you strapped.
Hey, don't show them the back.
I love it so much. No, it's so good. Anywho, the vibes are great. Turning 25 couldn't be any better. We got healed this morning. We had the best day probably of my life. We woke up, we got yoga. We went to the gym. I did like a little Zumba class for my friends. Came back to the pool. We got this like healing treatment. It's like the most therapeutic thing I've ever did. We went to the beach. And now we're gonna have dinner at the house that we're staying at tonight. And I tried to set my intentions for going into this next year and what I want to channel. And I have to say probably the best thing that has come out of 24 is probably doing Dancing with the Stars. And not just because of the dancing, but I think from everything I learned from it about myself. And I think it just changed the trajectory of how I'm gonna go into this next year. I learned that you have to be your own biggest supporter. Like, you gotta go after your own dreams. No one's gonna chase them for you. Also really think I learned this year that it's never too late in life to make friends. I don't know why I always felt like you had to like have your set friend group, especially coming out of school, but I have made so many of my best friends just this past year. Going out and putting myself in situations where I don't maybe know as many people has made me open up more. I just always wanted to be the person that like could go into a room and talk to anyone, and I feel like I was always scared to do that. I also think when it comes to something like success, there's a lot of people that start out and they don't know what they're doing, or they're told no a lot of the time. I remember always feeling this in school, but I always felt like, oh, like so many people have an upper hand or know so much more than me. But I think personally, from a lot of the stories I've heard, it's more about putting yourself out there and not being afraid to fail. I've learned more than ever that prioritizing your family, despite anything you have going on or issues, we all fight with our family. At the end of the day, family or friends who feel like family to you are gonna have your back and be there for you. And I think having a close circle is really important, even if it's just one or two people. Talking negatively about people or about things is only going to stop you from being able to elevate yourself. Of course, there's times in life where like someone frustrates me or something and you go around talking about them, and I think the only thing that does is like put out bad energy, and it's just not important to helping you succeed. So trying to the best of my ability to just like focus on myself and my path and not be so clouded in like someone who's wronged me. I used to be someone who was, if you wronged me, I would like lash out at you. Made me feel better, I don't know, but I think it's a little bit more mature and better for yourself to kind of just like take the mature route and just kind of cut them out of your life and keep moving on. I think saying yes is super important, especially if it's something that scares you. It's like my mantra when I was in college is I was like, I'm just gonna say yes to everything and every opportunity, because you never know who you're gonna meet. Connections are so important, which again is why I think it's so important to go out and talk to different people. I always live by you only live once, so I think saying yes is important. It's important to get out of your comfort zone. And I've always been a big believer in balance is key, especially now more than ever. I always have a pretty hectic schedule and I love to go out, I love to have fun, and I feel like a lot of people all the time are like, oh, she goes out like crazy or whatever, but it's really about balance and taking care of yourself, your body. Like, you can do both. And when it comes to food too, there were times when I would really restrict myself and try to like go on these crazy diets. And it's never gonna end well, because all it's gonna do is make you spiral and binge. But ultimately, I think if you are moving your body, taking care of it physically, you're gonna want to also put the right things in your body. Cosmetic procedures, surgeries, lip filler, that is not gonna fix your insecurities. It might fix your insecurity about that, but if you're gonna think that you're gonna do something and it's gonna fix all of your problems, it's not. Once you stop hyperfixating on one thing, you're going to probably move to a next. So if you want to do something for yourself, by all means, do it. I have. Don't go into it with the mentality of this is going to like fix all my problems. I'm not going to be insecure about anything anymore, because I don't think that's the truth. I think it's kind of like the opposite. It's like a negative spiral. No one actually cares about you in the sense of when they're making fun of you or judging you. They're making fun of you, they're probably insecure about themselves for something. I wouldn't have the career, the life I do today if I let the insecurity of what other people think about me get the best of me, because trust me, I was embarrassing all of college, making videos, pretending I was an influencer. But I knew I felt really passionate about vlogging my life and creating content, so I kind of just kept going with it, and I'm happy that I didn't let the insecurity of other people judging get to me. This year, 25, I really want to focus on dating myself and getting to know myself. I'm someone who has always been in a relationship, like since the beginning of high school, back to back. I'm just a lover, but I also think that started to scare me, and just not ever being alone with myself. Like I feel like everything I do, I'm like, you know, something goes wrong, you have that other person to depend on, to back you up, to validate how you're feeling, to give you confidence, and I really want to focus on being that for myself this year, which is a little scary, but it's gonna be a new chapter. And I have Ashton, so if anything, I can lean on Ashton.
That's what I'm here for.
And I have my hot dog cake, but I couldn't be more excited for 25 and all that is to come, and just thank you to everyone who's followed along on my journey and been here since like 21.